Alright y'all, August is officially almost here, and y'all know what that means. It is time to pick our August TBR. I'm doing something a little bit different in today's video. I've never used one of these before, but I created a little TBR jar today to go through all of our physical TBR here and select the books I want to read in August. Now, if y'all know me, y'all know I like to read whatever I want to read in the moment. This TBR is going to be more of just a suggestion instead of like, you have to read this TBR. So stay tuned for the monthly wrap up to see what we actually read. But this is, yeah, right here I moved all of my books that I have yet to read on my physical TBR to this shelf right here. So we've got all of our options right here to choose from. Look at this. I used a little wine glass to use as my jar because I don't have like a mason jar or anything, but I feel like it's cute. It fits them nicely in here. So I went online, picked a bunch of prompts, and we're gonna choose a couple of them to help pick out my August TBR. Let's get started. We're gonna swish it around. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. I'll let you guys see it first. What have we got here? We've got a 5-star prediction. Ooh, this can mean like a lot of different things. Oh my goodness. I have high hopes for Funny Story by Emily Henry, just because I've read 2 other books by her, Beach Read and Happy Place, and I really did enjoy both of them. I don't know if it's gonna be a full 5-star though, because I've heard mixed reviews about it, honestly. Another author I've been really loving, Carly Fortune. Although, I don't know, I've heard this one doesn't have as good reviews either as, you know, some of her other books. I honestly am tempted to pick this book right here. Let me get it out. My bookshelf is mega wobbly, so. This is The Way We Used to Be by Amber Smith. I don't exactly know a lot about this book other than the fact that it's probably gonna make me cry. It has a really high Goodreads rating from what I remember. I might not be right, but I'm pretty sure it does. From what I know, this is like a lot of high school drama. I'm pretty sure this might be a YA book. I really don't know. But it also just covers a lot of complex topics. Even just looking at the back of this, it seems like there's gonna be a lot of trauma, so I definitely look up trigger warnings before picking up this book, just to make sure you're not getting yourself into anything, you know, you can't handle. But I don't know, I'll let you guys know after I've read it my further thoughts and opinions on it. But yeah, this is probably gonna be the first book I pick up in April.
What?
In August. So I don't know, I'm excited. And also just like the cover of that, so pretty. And I've also heard that there's a sequel to this book. I'm pretty sure it's like a duology, but I don't own the other books, so we just have this one for now. But let me know if that's actually true, because I really don't know. But yeah, the first book of the August TBR, The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. Alrighty, we're going in for our second pick. Oh, that's 2. Just gonna get one. Once again, I'll let you guys see it first. Can y'all read that? I don't know. I can't really tell if it's blurry or not. The book that's been on your TBR the longest. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Honestly, I'm trying to remember which one of these is the oldest out of all of these books here. These I just recently bought over here. Recently bought these. Recently bought. This one's pretty dang old. Cersei by Madeline Miller. Ooh, The Cruel Prince is pretty old. A lot of these classics, I don't know. I try to avoid them. I think we're gonna go with Cersei by Madeline Miller, simply because I remember having this book literally like before I even went to college, I'm pretty sure. Or no, maybe I bought it when I was a freshman. But I've had this book for so long. I've moved it through so many different apartments, and it's honestly just time that I read it. Madeline Miller wrote one of my favorite books of all time, and that is The Song of Achilles. I literally love that book so much. I wasn't even expecting to. From what I know, Madeline Miller she writes, I believe it's Greek retellings. Let's see, a bold and subversive retelling of the goddess's story that manages to be both epic and intimate in its scope, recasting the most infamous female figure from the Odyssey as a hero in her own right. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's Greek mythology, I think is what the Odyssey and all that is, and it takes a new look at it, a modern touch, and yeah, she rewrites it to be just like easily digestible within the modern times. So yeah, let's see who this is about. Oh duh, it's about Cersei. I haven't read the Odyssey, although I did read the Iliad, so I don't really know how much I'm gonna like this one as compared to The Song of Achilles, because I already kind of knew that story going into it. I don't know anything about Cersei, so I guess that's why I've been putting it off, just because I'm scared I'm not gonna love it, but I've been really wanting to get into it, so I feel like if I'm ever gonna do it, I might as well do it now. You know what I mean? August, it's time to read ya. Alrighty, let's see here. We're going in. Let y'all see it first, as always. Let's see what it is. A book with a plant on the cover. Ooh, I don't know if I'm even gonna have one. Oh, you know what? Obviously, I've got Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. This has little flowers all over it. Could pick this one. This Quicksilver. No. Babel does not. Funny story? I don't know if that counts. It has like a little bouquet in her hand, but I feel like that's not like a plant. Like, it is a plant, but I think it means more of like a lively plant. I don't know. The Inmate? No. This one, When True Loves. Sorta. When True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Sort of. Those are like little palm trees at the bottom. I don't know. Oh, we of course have The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. This is another one of those books that I've been meaning to get to for the longest time. I don't know. I feel like this is like one of those books that was written so long ago. A lot of people read it as like one of their childhood, young adult growing up books. I never did. So I found it at a used bookstore and I of course wanted to pick it up. It says Kala Fletcher wasn't even 2 when her mother took her and fled Alaska, unable to handle the isolation of the extreme rural lifestyle, leaving behind Kala's father, Ren Fletcher, in the process. Ooh. So now she lives in Toronto, but then one day she finds out her dad might not live much longer, so she decides to take a trip back to Alaska to see him while she still can. And basically, I'm pretty sure this is her romance with the pilot that takes her there. I'm fairly certain. So, I don't know, just like one of those books, it obviously looks like 2014 core, like look at that cover, but like I said, I've been meaning to get to it for the longest time and I feel like now's the time. Anytime's better than ever, so let's go. The third book on my August TBR, The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. Alright, let's go here. Ignore the fact that my TBR shelf is kind of getting a little bit disheveled. Like, that's just part of the process, so let's just go with it. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. The most recent addition to your TBR. I know exactly which book that is gonna be, and that is The Inmate by Frida McFadden. I literally just bought this book. Oops. I literally just bought this book at Sam's Club like a couple weeks ago, and I haven't bought any other books since then. So we of course have to go with this one. I've only read one other book by Frida McFadden, and that is The Boyfriend by her. And I really actually enjoyed that one a lot. It's in a reading vlog here on my channel. If you want to go check it out, I'll have it linked in the card above or down in the description, pretty sure. Yeah, and I actually really enjoyed that book. That was like the first thriller I've read, and so I wanted to find more books by her to kind of get that same excited thriller feeling. So I found The Inmate by her in Sam's Club for like a really cheap price. This was literally like $11, and I was like, you're coming home with me, come on now. I really don't know what this is about. Oh, as a new nurse practitioner at a maximum security prison, Brooke Sullivan is taught 3 crucial rules. 1, treat all prisoners with respect. 2, never reveal any personal information. And 3, never ever become too friendly with the inmates. And I assume she breaks all 3 of those rules. I don't know. I'm really excited about it. I feel like as August comes in, we're kind of starting fall a little bit. This is like, you know, a good thriller vibe that I can get to start the new season. So yeah, the 4th book on my August TBR, The Inmate by Frida McFadden. Alrighty, mix them up, going in. A book with the word "the" in the title. This should be fairly easy. Let's see here. We've got All the Light We Cannot See. Oh shoot. Oh, Meet Me at the Lake. The Cruel Prince. The Grapes of Wrath. Shoot. I think I'm gonna go with The Cruel Prince. This is another one of those books that's been on my TBR for literally years now. I don't know why I put it off. I just have for some reason. This is the first book in the Cruel Prince trilogy, I think is what it is. Actually, it might be called something else besides the Cruel Prince trilogy. And also, is this a trilogy? I really don't even know. I've heard mixed reviews over this for the longest time, and I guess that's why I put it off. Also, the fact that I don't own the next books just kind of throws me for a loop. Usually, I like to have the series completed before I start it. And yeah, but I do want to give this book its fair chance. I feel like adding a nice little fantasy to the mix will mix things up. I don't know. It just seems exciting. If we're being 100% honest here, I really don't know a singular thing about this book or the series. Let's see. Jude was 7 when her parents were murdered, and she and her 2 sisters were stolen away to live in the treacherous high court of Fairy. Okay, so this seems like, you know, your average fantasy book. But I've also heard that it reads very YA, so I'm a little bit nervous that I won't like it just because of that. But I don't know. I feel like I want to give it its fair chance. I don't want to make too many judgments before I start it. So we're gonna give it a go. We've got here, what is this? The 5th? This is the 5th book on my August TBR, The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Alright, here. The shelf is looking absolutely mangled, but oh well. We're gonna go in with the last prompt here. A book with a 3-word title. Oh, interesting. Do I even have any? Well, shoot. Let's see. 1, 2. That's more than 3. Oh, this has 3. That's not 3. Not 3. Not 3. Not 3. That is 3, but I don't want to do that one. Ooh, we've got a few over here that we could do. Do I want to read a classic though? I really don't, but I feel like I need to get them off my dang TBR, bro. Let me see what what the heck some of these are about. Let's see. What the heck is Three Little Words and Memoir by Ashley Rhodes Quarter? Who the heck is this? Oh, this is a story about like a foster care, an abusive foster family. Seems a little intense for me right now. Crime and Punishment we could do. Oh lord. Oh lord, that's so many words. Look at that. Y'all don't cancel me for saying that. It's just a book I know. The Scarlet Letter. I read this in high school and I despised this thing, so I don't know why it's on my TBR, for being honest. I really hated this freaking book. Yeah, the thought of a classic, just absolutely not. I think we're gonna go with One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This, from what I know, is one of her more original novels. Like before she started writing, you know, what are they called? Before she wrote Malibu Rising and all of the like ones that we know her for. If you can tell, this is an old book. Somebody bought this a long time ago and I found it in Half Price Books, I'm pretty sure. So, but this book actually seems so interesting. I started it a little bit ago and I don't know why I just never continued it, so I want to now. Basically, this woman ended up getting married. Yeah, she got married in her 20s to her high school sweetheart, and he is actually a pilot, I think. Maybe. And basically, his helicopter goes missing in the middle of the Pacific and he's never to be seen again. So, years later, she ends up running into an old friend, Sam, and finds herself falling in love again. But then all of a sudden, her original husband is found and he's been trying to come home to her all these years. But now, she's fallen in love with this other guy and it's just like trying to uncover all of that drama. I can't even imagine that situation. Like, isn't that just crazy? So, I don't know. I just am really interested in seeing how she navigates that, because I don't know how you would, honestly. And I've been meaning to read it for a while, so I feel like, you know, once again, now is better time than never. So this is gonna be the last book on my August TBR, One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Let's gather all of them. They're all on the floor down here. Oh my goodness. Woo, can I get them? Whoa, these are gonna be the 6 books on my August TBR. Look at them, they're so cute. I feel like it's a pretty good mix of like romance, a little bit of fantasy, a thriller, some like sad books, drama books. I don't know, I feel like we got a good little mix here, and this stack seems very doable. So, I like it. Let's go through everything we've got. One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid, The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, The Inmate by Frida McFadden, The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker, Cersei by Madeline Miller, and finally, The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. Yay! This video was so fun, guys. I really enjoyed the TBR jar concept. Maybe I'll continue this on, you know, for months to come. I don't know. I liked it a lot. I think I'm gonna go ahead and add my prompts back in just for next time, but yes, those are the books I selected for my August TBR. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe found some books that you want to pick up as well. Subscribe to see more content in the future, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.